we are diving into StarRupture episode 3. Yeah, we're going to do episode 3 today. We got through a lot of the basic stuff the last 2 episodes. So those 2 are all good, all done, all over with. But now we have to do some exploration. We're kind of at the point we need stuff, man. So we're gonna go get stuff. Let's see. I I made such a horrible mistake. Oh my goodness. So I had a 4th game in here that I was playing, and when you look on here, you have all these different slots for save games. So you can save and be able to go back if you need to, or and it's got 3 autosave slots. I had filled all those up, so I was going back and I was going to delete a couple of these, but the delete for the save is over here, not here. And I clicked here, and I deleted a whole private game session. I was so far in the game. It was ridiculous how far along I was. Oh, man, I had some good setups. I had things working really, really nice, and it just gone. And I was kind of crying, and it was sad, and I didn't want it. And I was like, and then I was happy that I didn't do it twice, because I almost did it twice, and that would have really sucked, and then we lost more. And yeah, I got something on my glasses. Give me a second. So we are getting into episode 3 of StarRupture. Just whatever the normal difficulty is. We didn't turn anything up. We didn't do anything fancy. We're not trying to make anything any more difficult than it needs to be. I'm looking forward to the first update. I don't know what it is, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Here, load game. Let's get into it. We're gonna get after it today. We're gonna get a lot of exploration going. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. My 2 colored lights back there, they're both supposed to be in a purple color, and one is pink and one is purple. And I'm not even sure if one is actually purple. You look at it through the camera, and it looks like it's blue. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to get some lights that all match in the same color or something. Somehow. Alright, we are in the world. My wife just texted me. I gotta tell her I'm streaming here, so forgive me for a second. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, we just had a wave come through. Let's take a look real quick. We got some of that. We got our rifle going, so we can really shoot some stuff now. Okay, our main base is over there. We were setting up. I don't like these. These ladders suck. Okay. First, let's check this. What are we working on? We are working on either heat resistant or titanium housing is getting fed into this one. And we're working on, we're almost there with wind turbines, and we can solve so much of our power problems right there. That'll be nice. We need stabilizers to work on the defense turrets, which we're going to need. Large habitat, it takes like the super duper extra heavy, like the really good building material, but I don't understand the need for it. Truthfully, this should be further down, and like maybe the mega press or this should be moved up. Well, that's just my opinion. And then ceramics for the food station. Okay, let's oops, shoot, level 5 just unlocked. Sweet. Wind turbines, here we come. Woot woot. Man. Okay, good deal. So now we need heat resistant sheets so we can unlock the added core amplifier for heat dissipation. Okay. So where are we making stuff? This is where I really... wait a second. This is really how we did this? Yeah, okay. That's crazy, because in a whole new game that I started, I built almost exactly this same deal right here. Almost exactly. And I've yet to build anything exactly the same in this game. At all. Okay, what do we got? What are we making over here? Those are sheets. Let's solve some power problems here. 200 megawatts. Okay. I want to use this area over here. That's the thing. So I need to make... I got some building material. Let's get that stuff moved over here where we're definitely not building shit. That'll be a better place to put it. Okay, let's make ourselves... okay, we got to get rid of these tooth blocks right here. I don't know why it doesn't like when you put a stair down for there to be anything underneath of it. Like, you can't put it in the middle of here and come off the floor. You have to take everything underneath of it off, and then you can put it down. They did an update. They snuck in a small update, because you used to only be able to go maximum of 3 without having to put a supported platform down. Okay. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to do this. These are kind of expensive. How far over can I go? Let's go right there. And what is that? It's 2, right? Right there. Okay. So that right there is already more power than what I've got with those first tier solar panels. It's ridiculous, I know. All right, I can't put any more down, but I can put another stair up. And that's when I need to put more power, I will be able to do it. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. All right, we'll be able to expand this power up the side of the hill here, and it'll get out of our way from back down here. It's Scarface. What's up, Tony? How are you? All right, so let's get rid of all this garbage and fix this floor so we can use this space over here now. And then we probably should go back to our regular base and fix the rest of the power over there as well, since we got to go back there anyway to grab some more basic building material. Okay. All right, that's all good. Good. It's good. Okay, so now we needed... I think we're building these somewhere. I think we're building these over there. I need to go get basic building material, though, so that I can finish power upgrades and finish out basically the parking lot, or the whatever they want to call it, a platform to build on. I've heard it referred to as a parking lot. Because you just make it a big flat area instead of being on the roads like it is, or on the ground. I don't know what's the best way to call it, but all right. Bernard, welcome, and you're out. Okay, so we are making... All right, we're making building materials right here. So we'll take that. We shouldn't need any more than those. This is wolfram powder, and I don't think we're at the point where anybody is using wolfram powder at all for anything. So we can probably go ahead and take these down. We're going to need the wolfram powder, though. It's used for making ammunition, and we're going to need to keep it. So that's why we're gonna do that. Let's see. Can I use these here? Okay, let's do that. And we'll just fill in the holes. And put some plates out here, just normal stuff. Again, we're just filling in the holes here. Okay. All right, so wolfram powder will be needed for ammunition. We don't want to touch that. And then this is used for Jacob Williams. Welcome. Wire. Used for stators and things like that. And I... New for making those anywhere. Okay, so that's... we want to get rid of this stuff too. This is not doing us any good. We're not, nobody, oh, just double check. Let me just double check, make sure nobody needs it. No. It's that ceramic, oh, wrong button, dang. Let's just blast it. And there I was, and I blasted away. Not how that one with oh boy goes. Danny DeVito. Okay. Let's patch up the holes. Okay, so we're making... so with glass, these make the applicators that we need. So we don't want to get rid of those. You know what? Let's just make our life easier. Stop jumping across here. Okay, so we're doing titanium, these things, titanium housings, and we're 18,000 out of 37,000, so we're doing all right. They're pumping those out. So titanium housings are what's coming out of here. Tubes are right there. Glass is going to be from over there. We have the things that we need. Let's power. Okay, let's take care of our power issue here, because this is just going to be a bunch of... we're just going to get rid of all this garbage in here. This stuff. Get back some of my materials, because when you delete something, you get back all of your materials, right? At least for now. You know, I just take all these out and put in the cheaper, less expensive stuff. And we will save ourselves a few bucks. Ooh, let's not get rid of that. Okay, get rid of all this. And power. We want the power. Yeah, see, those two made up as much power as all of those other ones combined. Not ridiculous. I think those, I personally, again, just me, I think that those initial solar panel things are underrated. They really need to have a lot more power to them. They give 10 a pop, and these do 200. So the wind turbines equal 10, 20 of the other ones. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm not in charge. Did I really just build that right in the middle of that rock? There's no way I built that right in that one. Well, yeah, there might be a way I did it. All right, that sets the power here. We need to reset the power over there, and then we need to run all the way over there so that we can get we can make that get that place going the right way too. All right, let's get rid of all this. And see, we'll need like one single wind turbine will be all this takes. Now, because I am who I am, I'm gonna put 2. Cause yeah, the grid showing 1820, 615 used. I know that this is attached to that up there, so we've got a single wind turbine or a single one of those little solar panel ones up here. So we'll just run up here and get rid of it so it balances out our numbers. I got 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. What I did notice though, was it in this game yesterday? I think it is in this game. I'm going to take the risk and do something up here. Because there is... If you stand right here, there's another node right there. So if I just take a little bit of rad hit, I can grab that node and pull it up here and run another node down that direction. Because when I get tier 3s, these will move super fast. And I can keep it all down there where it's easier to mess with. So we are going to risk it all. I don't know if I can get a... Okay, we're going for it. Oh, I did it. I did it. Yeah. Visitor of Earth. Welcome. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that big time. We risked it. We risked it, but we got it. So I think that was only a... I think it was only a 2, though. I can't fully tell the quality. No, it's a 4. Yeah, that's a 4. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome. Okay, so now we got a secondary thing of iron going for us. Okay, so we want to run... So there's a little bug right now, and it's why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to run parallel to this one. I know that they have these multi-rails, but I have been watching a couple other people, and they've had their stuff switch across rails. And I don't want that to occur. So we're going to do this. And we're just going to run right next to it. Dread. Yeah, we're just going to run right next to it. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and tap onto this. And we're going to grab that, and we're going to go ahead and just go to the side. I know, but I just... Yeah, I have. I use it at certain points because it only goes a certain distance. So if I'm running across doing lines like this, I will do it in first person. If I'm working around in the base, then I'll use the drone, because for some reason the drone can get the angle where you want something posted. Dread, thank you for the follow. Oh, and the like. Woo, look at those. Thank you so much. Thank you. So the drone works better when you're doing it inside your base area. When you're out here and you have to run great distances, you get thrown out of the drone because you went too far. And so, yeah. So that's why I'm just using it this way right now. But yeah, the drone is most definitely a game changer when you unlock it, because I don't know. I'm sure they're gonna fix it. I'm sure they're gonna change it. It just, when the cursor, so when you're trying to place something, it wants to look at the ground grid, and it not up here on this grid. So see how I'm pointing? I can't, my fingers, see? I'm pointing at this grid right here, but it wants to show up on the grid after it. Well, because it's registering my cursor on the Earth grid, not on the platform grid. And so that's what makes it really, really hard when you're doing it in your base, in the base area where you have a platform set up. It doesn't want to register where you're pointing. So if you use the drone, you can get up above, and then you can pretty much point right down, and it puts it right where you want it to be. Let's see. I don't want it to go to the same spot, though. I need this to go this way. Let's rotate that this way. And we'll do that because I want to set up another spot over here. And this is another piece. As you can see, I'm trying my hardest. I really am trying. Not to keep all of my little areas, like make one big one, because right now there's a bit of a bug that, I don't know if it's a bug or what it is, but it's a performance issue that every time you put something down, it tries to recalculate power and the structural integrity of everything that's on that platform. And if the platform is way too big, it will make your game lag. So it's better to build little sections and keep them separated. Even if you separate them by one single brick, you'll do better performance-wise. Okay, where do we want to make this thing at? And what the hell are we making? I don't know what we're making yet. I just wanted to go get it. Let's just do that right there. I'll go get it later. I know we're going to make something here. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to make. Really? My hydration's always low. I swear. Okay. Let's heal myself. Let's heal. The power of, I don't know, the heal syringe, the most insane healing syringe I've ever seen in my life. There's no way in the world I'm stabbing myself with that thing, ever. Hey, Spaceballs, you were here and I missed you, or hopefully you're still here. I'll try to catch you when you get back. Alright, let's get rid of this garbage because we don't need that here. NRX, welcome. Alright, let's fix this out so this looks pretty again. Oh, is it really going to be like that? Really? See, this is another kind of, I think this is a bug. Because if I right click and hold, I should be able to do more with this, right? But it doesn't, it says it's colliding with something. But I can put it in single. So that doesn't make any sense. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't lock it and lock it at elevation. Taz, welcome. I'm gonna take these all down because I didn't lock it, and I don't want to mess with them and get them all wrong. Okay, lock it. Y if for the PC, just lock it in place. Now it locks that elevation, and you can just go put them all over the place, and you know that it will all be the same height. And then you can come back with just the platforms. And do that. Easy peasy. Okay. Let's put a staircase right here so I don't have to jump. Okay. Alright, this is calcium powder. Good, 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 good. Manny Davy. Let's see. Okay. So we've got calcium powder out there. We've got slabs right here. That's what they're called, right? Slabs? Sheets. Calcite sheets. And we fixed all of our power here. So now let's go over to this one, which we have like a ton of freaking power sitting over here, because this is pretty close to our biggest base right here. Oh, I still need these. Okay. And I still don't have a good ladder to get up here from this side. I gotta go all the way around. Alright, we'll take these out. We'll get a couple of wind turbines in, and that will solve this uckiness that just looks horrendous. I was throwing it down because what I was trying to get made is all of this up here making rotors, because we needed rotors. Okay, do we still need rotors? Looks like we do not need rotors for any of that equipment. So we can take this stuff out. And there's another thing I hope they change. If you have one of these, the supported platforms, and you put something on top of it, it deletes that platform when you remove that item. But if you have the pillar on there, it will put the pillar back down. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm hoping that that's a thing that they change, where when you delete a building or something off of the top, it just automatically replaces it with a platform. I guess that's going to depend on how they're going to continue to work the the structural integrity piece of the game. Okay, we've got rotors over here. Let's stay focused. You got to watch me. I squirrel out like nobody's business, and I sometimes don't get anything done. My 7 Days to Die games are the worst. You ever come watch me play 7 Days to Die? I squirrel out so hard on 7 days. I'm like, oh, let's go do this. Oh, let's go do that. It's like, oh, it's horde night. Now I can't get anything done. Happens often. And this game is almost as bad for me, because there's so much to do in this game. There's constantly something to build, make, a new area to go explore or dig into, or a recipe that needs to be made or unlocked. It's just kind of. I love the game, absolutely love it. It makes me squirrel hard. Okay. Do we want to just go ahead and put one? I don't know if we can put one right here. No, I want to. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go out of here. Okay, drone time. Whoop, whoop. There. Okay. No more. Let's fix the platform. Oops. I got bad guys coming. I see him. There he is. Pop goes the weasel. Come on, the rest of you guys are wanting to come. I know you are. Are going to give me a break? Okay. All right, so now on this platform, we're only using 200 and we have 1,000 for the grid. So super duper good. All right, we need, well, let's go look at my base real quick. So power is fixed on all known bases. We're about to pop this one for rail 2. Oh, man, we need this one big time. Okay, this is going to make a huge difference. The rail 2 is going to, that's going to help us speed up a lot of getting our stuff moved around. Scott, welcome. Welcome back. So we're gonna, I don't really want to put any points on this. This is gonna have to just, it's gonna have to cook. And I must be, yeah, we're building this one up on titanium housing, not the heat resistant sheets. So we've got to get heat resistant sheets made. We need stabilizers, glass, ceramics, man. Let's look at our recipes. Do we have all of this stuff unlocked? Ah, okay, so we don't have stabilizers unlocked. So we're going to have to go get stabilizers. We got to go find that one. Which probably means that if I look at the furnace... No, I did unlock those. Okay, so wolfram powder and calcite sheets. Where okay. Okay, we're gonna go do that. How much do I have? I got more. Oh, I got more than enough. I need to dip this garbage off, though. I wish, the one thing I hope they come up with really quick is like a recycler or something that I can dunk this kind of stuff that I'm not currently using somewhere. Other than that, I got to go put it in a, I got to go put the stupid thing in like a box and then hope I remember it when I create something new. All right, we are going to tap this one right out here. One of these, I don't know if one of these is better than the other. I don't think any of them. I think they're all the same crappy tier 1 level kind of items. I don't think I'm going to get one that's better than another. Yeah, they still all look like shit. Okay. Let's put down an excavator right here. We're going to do that. Then we're going to grab it. We're going to grab a rail. And we're going to run that rail right out. Just how far can we get it to go? Okay. We'll do that. And then we're going to turn it. I think that makes sense. Now, can we build right here? I do need to come up to probably this level. Yeah. Okay, let's go this way first. And then I can get on it. No? Okay, it dips too far right there. I'm just going to make it right there. That's fine. All we need to do is turn it into ore and then into wolfram powder. So we don't have to do anything super special. Lucky Ginger. So you hold down the right mouse button. And it will let you do multiple. Now, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate that. Now, it's a little, it can be a little finicky at times. So it doesn't work perfect every single time, but it's pretty reliable for the most part. Sometimes you'll come across something and it doesn't matter what you do, it won't let you. It keeps saying that something's in the way. It won't let you do it. It just gets all wonky. And so all you do is you just put down you know, a single, and then you try it again, and most of the time it'll let you pass the next time. It's kind of weird. It's just little, again, early access. I think it's just little bugs like that that just they still got to work a few of these out. Why do that? I think that's all I want to go right there. Then we'll put supports down. The snapping of the supports on the platform supports is pretty good. They just point right at it, snaps right to it. Works really nice. And then bink, and then hold down right, click and hold, and drag. And there you go. Ba-dong! Okay, so now we need to put some power here. Let's go ahead and grab. We probably aren't going to need more than like one or two of these. I'm going to put this over here. Yeah, I'm going to put this over. See, why are you colliding with something else? There's nothing to collide with. Cannot build outside of the area. That whole thing was built outside the area. Okay, so we're gonna... Doggy Prince, welcome. We need to put down another one of these. Alright, so let's use... Putting down your base core is great when you have the drone. Because you can pretty much see everything. And then if you hit T, it locks it in place, so then you can move around and you can see, is it in the right spot? See, I don't really want to put it right there because it's going to take away those things. I don't want to go too far that way. I'm over the line that way. Let's hit T again. We'll go over here a little bit. Let's see. Top, down one, down two, hit T. Okay, we're still in line with everything. We don't get all of those, but that's okay. I get this whole base right here. So click. There it is. Now I can put my power down. Power. Okay. I just want it right there. Thank you. Right there. And but right up on that one, and I know that I'm overkill on power. I know this. I don't care. I'm overkill on a lot of stuff. Just the way that I do it. I don't ever want power to be an issue. At the same time, when you get the little bugs and they come tap one of your power deals, if you're over in power, that it doesn't just shut everything down. This is only vanilla. I don't mod early access games. I think that it kind of ruins. It can ruin the game and the actual experience. And I want to be able to get a good assessment of what the game is asking me, asking for. Because I will go to the support page and I will put information in. I'll go tell them, hey, look, this doesn't work very well, and I'll cut it out of my stream and I'll send it to them. Really? Wow. I guess my specs aren't on TikTok. They're on my Twitch. Give me a sec here. Let's see, CPU, I'm using an AMD Ryzen 7, 5800, 8-core. I've got 32 gigs of RAM. I'm using both an SSD and a regular hard drive. This is currently sitting on my SSD. And I'm using an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. I would think that I don't know if you have it on an SSD. My wife had it on her standard hard drive, and it struggled. When she put it on the SSD, everything was good. And her computer is not equal to mine. It's less than mine. But we did, one of the other things we did is go in and turn off a bunch of overlays, like turn off the Steam overlay, turn off in the NVIDIA overlays, because you've got those overlay pieces that are hiding in there, and they do take away from your PC's power. Oh, we're a 4. Wow, okay, 4 or 2. So we can do 4 of these. Sweet. Nice. Okay. That makes that work a lot better for me. All right, and then we need wolfram powder is what we need. And so are we gonna scrunch ourselves? We're gonna scrunch ourselves, aren't we? We can do this. Let me go right here. Let me pull this up. This will be so much easier. We're going straight across, so we don't need to put a gap for the belt. Yeah, I'd take a look, and then Drew, what I'd also do is pull up, if you have 2 screens, pull up the task manager and look at your performance while you're doing the game, because that will tell you where it might be struggling. If it's with the video card, if it's with the CPU, whether it's the RAM, you'll see that max out really easy by looking at your performance at the same time as you're running it. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that big time. Thank you very much. Okay, those. All right, we're all good there. You know what? I'm taking this out because I need to come out around this corner. I can put. Oh, and here's another piece that I completely forget about. So now I can't do it, but if you hit Z, I'm gonna come out here. So if I'm looking at I'm looking at the front, yeah, I'll look at the smelter. I'll look at the smelter. If I hit Z, it changes what I have selected. So if you're running through this and you're trying to build and you're tired of hitting B and going in and out of the menu, that's one way that you can do it, just by hitting the Z when you're looking at something else, and it selects that item for you. Speeds up the process. I'm still trying to teach myself to do that, because I want to go into the menu and select it constantly, and that doesn't work very. It takes a lot of time to do that. Okay, so those are centered. Let's do this again because it goes faster. The drone works way better when you're putting down poles, by the way. So much faster to do it this way. Again, like I said, it's because you can look down and you can see the world grid a whole lot easier, which is where it typically tries to register. Not all the time, but typically. Sometimes it'll register what you're looking at, and you're just like, okay, but why didn't you do that the last time I was doing this? All right, we're gonna rip. I like the squared edges. You could skip this last one and just curve it right in. I like putting these 4 poles on here because these 4 poles also let me expand, and the expansion is already set up. So if I add in another one of these nodes over here, I can put 4 more on the other side. Super easy to expand. Okay, and then we got to go from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. Now we're going to come out and we're going to run it this way. Again, the drone is great when you're in your base area. When you're not in your base area and you're doing long distances, you constantly get kicked out of it and you have to bounce around with it, and it's a real pain. Okay, so now we got to select all of these. What I would like is to be able to look at this and then hit 1, 2, or 3 on the smelter instead of having to come in, because the smelters only have 3 options. So if I could just look at it and then hit number 1, 2, or 3, and it automatically select one of those 3 things that I need, it would be so much better. So much better. Okay, we need wolfram powder. Wolfram powder. Wolfram powder. Wolfram powder. Okay. All right. We got to go. This is the piece I dislike. So I unlocked it. I unlocked tier 2 rails, but if I try to build tier 2 rails, I can't right now. Even though it's unlocked, I have to actually go all the way back to the little menu piece that you can only build inside the habitat to then unlock it. It's a real pain in the ass. Okay. Claim it. Now I can build tier 2s and we can get things moving. All right, stators for this one. Heat resistant sheets for that. I've got to do those. I got to get that built. Stabilizers. I got to unlock the piece for that. Glass, synthetic. I think I have to unlock synthetic still. And then ceramics. Okay, we got it unlocked, so that's... All right, so what am I printing out here? This is the sheets. Okay, this is what I want. So now that I build one at every hab. Every hab has kind of the same setup. This one I got 2 airlocks in just because I bounce from one side to the other. But typically I'll have 1 airlock. The terminal will be right as soon as you come in to the right of it. And then I'll do, this one's kind of funky. But it's because I put it upstairs. And then I have these 2 items that'll be sitting right here. My manufacturing, usually I'll put some blocks in the middle, and then I'll put in my regeneration chamber and a LEM. And I can usually squeeze it all into one hab unit, usually. It's a little cramped, but if it's just one that I'm using because I'm just running on through and I'm using it just to protect from a storm, then I don't really care. I'm not spending a lot of time in it. I'm getting close to the, let's upgrade these to tier 2s. Tier 2s. All right, let's make that move a little faster. Okay, I don't need to do the cross because it doesn't really matter right there, but I do want to do the outs. Okay, then I need to build some storage depots. Just me, some people, don't like it, but I always build little storage depots between my stuff. One, because if I unlock something new, Kelvin's Journey, welcome. If I build something new, uh, and I unlock something that I need, I just need the single pieces to go to the research hab with, or the research terminal with, then I can just go pick it up from, you know, one of these spots. Plus, then this wolfram powder, it also is used in ammunition manufacturing. So if I'm somewhere, I can just grab some real quick, and I'm not trying to take from the actual production line. And that to me, that's important. Okay, so we have wolfram powder here, and we have our our sheets down there. So we need wolfram powder on the sheets. So I want to take these down there, bring these up here. I'm going to bring those... Yeah, shit. Let's take these down there. Yeah, let's just take these down there. We'll just clean this off. Make it nice and square. I'll put a staircase right in here, so it makes it easy peasy to get up and off of this thing. And then we will do tier 2. We will grab a hold of this, and we will just, yep, right off down, build it a little high. We don't have any problems with it. We're going to come in right there. Jay Houston, welcome. Okay, now this is where I switch. Every time I hit one of my pads, I always put down a rail corner connector. Mainly because I don't know initially which way I might want to take this. So I've got it here, now I can take it any direction I want. And if you come with the singles like this and you try to twist it a direction you want to go, it looks like shit. The rail line just looks like crap. Ashley Garcia, hello. Let's see. Okay, so we need those, and we've got that. Let's go over here and just make sure. I think I need a furnace to do this. And this is the other piece I don't like about the game, is there's no way just in your tab from your inventory that you can look up your recipes. It drives me nuts. Ceramics are what we're making here. Okay. Ceramics. So it's a 1-to-1. We are pushing 2, 4, 6. We're pushing 8 at a time, and it's a 1-to-1. Shit. Okay, we're not gonna try it. Every time I try it, I get burnt. But we'll go watch. Let's just make sure I don't open on everything. Okay. This game is really pretty. Very pretty game. Very pretty game. Ashley, how are you doing today? I hope everybody's had a good week so far. Will be Thursday? I lose track of time sometimes. Fine as wine. That is a great answer. I love it. I'm doing really good. I'm feeling really good, which is good for me because I was sick like all of December and about half of January. I didn't get to stream hardly at all, so I was very, very sad about that. So physically, I'm feeling fantastic. Mentally, I'm about 2 chapters behind on where I'm supposed to be in writing my book, so I'm a little stressed about that. I need to sit down and get cracking. Theocles has stopped by. Theocles is awesome. If you haven't seen anything that Theocles drops on TikTok, you should check. He does some great 7 Days to Die stuff. I'll get my book caught up this weekend, I hope. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Oh, man. This better be a good dad joke. I don't know. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish? A fish? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. You just take the I out of the word fish. All right. Bravo. Bravo. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a good one. I was expected, and my brain was just like, woo! I was thinking, I was trying to think of something way more coy than that. Yes, I did it. I did it. I gave you a pun. If y'all don't know, every day when I stream, um, if I get up to $20 in donations, y'all get to decide what hair color I put on for the next stream. If we make it to $40 in donations, then we do the beard as well. And if one person does it, they get to decide themselves. If it's a group effort, then we put it up for a vote and we make a determination of how we want to determine the hair color that way. So my wife happens to be a cosmetologist, so I'm in good hands when it comes to hair color. Okay, let's cool the door off and get our stuff rolling here. We're right, man. I gotta wait till this all cool. There you go. Cool. Yep. Okay, we've got those built up. We need to go check. So we've got 8. We get 8 from those, and I can't remember how much we get over here. We're getting 3 every 2. So could we get away with 8 furnaces cranking out? No way. I think we can. I think we can. No way. There's no way we're going to be able to crank out that much. That would be insane. That's a lot. What's red and bad for your teeth? Red and bad for your teeth. It's going to be cheeky. A brick. Nope, I didn't get that. That was Scott. that was our TikTok guy viewers right now. Scott over on TikTok came up with that, not me. I just cheated. Scott on TikTok answered that one. Good job, Scott. Okay, so we need to do 2. So we're going to do one line, and then us. Okay. So we're going to do, I think we can get away with right there, 1. We got to do it this way. We got to get this up. 2. That's 3. Okay, so I'm gonna give my answer, and then I'm gonna read it out loud, and I'm gonna see if the viewers on TikTok can get this one. So don't give the answer right away, Ashley. What kind of tea is hard to swallow? And I'm saying country. That didn't sound right when it came out. It sounded great in my head. kind of tea is hard to swallow? Kind of tea. Kind of tea is hard to swallow. Not country. Country doesn't work. That's horrible. That was a horrible answer. All right, she's about to bring it out. All right, Ashley, what is it? Oh, see, I was kind of in the right direction. Reality. That's a, oh, man. I was in the right direction. I was going the right way. I was going the right way. I just executed poorly. We're gonna go 7, and we're gonna see. We got room to do an 8. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do. Nope, you went the wrong way, guy. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna set up 8, and we're gonna see. I don't have enough resources. Bogus bullshit. Okay, we gotta go back and get resources because I don't make them out here. Last one. All right, last one. Oh, come on. Now, I get this. I got this one. Why can't the nose be 12 inches long? Because it would be a foot. Yay, me! Those are good one. Good one. Good one, Ashley. Good one, Ashley. Those are good ones. All good ones. All good ones. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Okay, we need to come over here and get some more building materials. We're gonna get all of those. We're gonna get 8,000. And then we're gonna come back over here and finish this up. That'll get our ceramics done. And then we will go. Xander, welcome for stopping by. Thank you and hello. Yeah, gather more, Ashley. Gather more. Those are good. Those are always fun to do. Okay, so we're gonna finish the ceramics. But we need to get stabilizers, and we don't have that. So we're gonna have to go on the search for stabilizers. So let's get the ceramics finished because we know that there's going to be. We know that there's going to be. I think we're pushing it. We're trying to do 8, but if I'm doing the math right in my head, this should work. Okay. Let's put down some connectors here. We need to do... Okay, so I'm going to do it right here for this now so you can see it, though. So see how this connector's where it's at? If I went to this side, I could get it... I can get it to join in, but it'd be a real pain. It would look ugly. And if I bring one back, I can't do anything. So some people don't know this, and you guys might. But I could go, like, I could put it where I want it, and then I hit the middle mouse button. And it gives me, right there in the middle by the chain, it gives me a little up and down. And I can roll it up or down. Now, if you have anything underneath of it, it gives you the red. So then you have to go take this brick out. And I'll have to do that for all of these, because it wants to be turdy like that. And so we'll take all of these out. Now, I think it was Z Gaming that said that you needed to have them offset by 2 clicks or 2 levels for it to work. But I found it worked with 1 earlier today. So let's test it. I'm going to do 1. Okay, and then we'll do We'll do one there. And we'll do one there. And then let's grab a tier 2 rail. We're going to do this. And put that one there. And then we should take this one. And we should... Okay, in this case, we're able to get away with just one height difference between the two to go over the other one. So if we had another one, now in this case, if I had a third input, I'd put the second one at the second marker and then the third one at the third marker. But in this case, since we only have two and we're only using two, I'm not going to stress it. Okay, look at it, hit Z, gives me what I need. For now, I'm just going to go drop these tall ones off. And then we'll put these in, click the center, down one, get it up to the right height, click the middle mouse, down one. Get it good, click the center, down one. And there we go. Okay, so now we need to determine how I'm going to feed these in. If I do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I take this one, let's get the rail, take this one, and I put that one there. Then I can do these 4. And it will save time. What I'm trying to avoid is having it go have like all of these come down here and then feed in on this line and then go, you know, so number 8 down there is like the last to get something. So being that I've got this set up, I'll just split the number of furnaces that I have with, oh, I didn't mean to do that one. I need to do it off this one. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. We will just take this and put it here and then take this one and put it there. That looks way better. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. That looks good. Okay. Mucho better. Let's go ahead and get that done. And then we'll take this one. And that looks okay. It's not bad. I really like to keep my stuff squared off, so sometimes it gets kind of wonky. But this one doesn't look bad. It goes pretty straight. It looks halfway decent. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'll take this one, put it there. Take that one, put it there. Take this one and put it there. Bring this line down, and then we leave those alone because that's going different places. This line, we really don't, we don't have a, I could run a tall one and drop here and then drop down, because I think that's where my bottleneck is going to be, right there. But if I ran a tall one, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that instead. I think that will work better. We'll have a better balance. But I think it's going to look stupid coming off of the top of this. Woo! Thanks for the lurk, Ashley. Hang out. hang out. Watch me. Make me break something here, because I'm going to. Hopefully not my head or my computer. Okay, so then we want to take. Oh, that may not work. That's I probably should have been over here. I probably should break that. No, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna do this. I don't remember if I did 2 or 3. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna see if we can make this work. I'm just trying to kind of load balance a little bit on this so that we're not. Here's gonna be the test. Can I get it to go to here? Oh, I did. Oh, it skirted right past those without breaking it. Nice. Nice. Super nice. Super nice. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish what we're doing. I swear, I've been playing this game a ton lately, and every single time I play, my bases look different. Every single time. I don't think I've gotten a single base that looks the same yet. Other than maybe a little bit over here, actually looks like the rest of the stuff. The rest of the time, just none of it. Every single time I try something just a little bit different, and it looks a little bit better, and it runs just a little bit smoother. Which is good. It means I'm learning something. That guy, Leo. Welcome. What is that? Is that a little monkey? Okay, can we turn this on? All right. This is where we have to be careful. Because if you turn them all on at once, the load is so heavy that it actually becomes slow. Meat slab. So if you let it do its thing and fill up one, and then you turn on the next one and it fills up that one, rather than turning them all on at one time, where it tries to fill them all at once, then it lags, it goes slow, it see, now you've already got it going, you know, see, this one's already going right. So once these catch up, okay, then we come here and we turn on the next one, and it'll plow a bunch of them out there. We'll see a big load come from way over there. And it's sending 100 of those to fill in, because everything sets of 100. One of the things that you can do, though, to also speed it up is have, and this only works if you're running separate lines. If you're trying to run every 2 or 3 things on the same line, you'll break it. It'll go crazy. Is you bring 100 with you, and you turn it on, and you drop 100 in there, and it'll send some over, but it'll wait until it's needed, and it isn't nearly as bad. If you have multiple things on the same line, it gets backed up into the main line, and then it stops everything else from moving, and you have to take stuff off of the line to get it to catch up the right way. It becomes a disaster. So if you turn these on in series, it's a whole lot smoother. And as you can see, when it's sending the singles, you know, now it's just 2. And then it's sending its 100 to fill up the third one. And then we'll see it come in groups of 3. And then it'll fill up the next, we'll fill up the next one. And it'll come in groups of 4. So it is a little easier on the system, rather than just putting it on and then clicking everything on. It'll sort itself eventually. It'll take a long time for it to get sorted and catch up, and it'll end up just driving you bonkers. Okay, so now we got the next one going. All right, let's get this set up. And you could turn them on and then just use the on and off button as well. Oh, hey, look at this. We did not connect this side to this one. There we go. Woo, man, we just about messed up, because that one by itself was not holding down 4 of those by all on its own. All right, so now we're getting it all in that one. And we'll get to the next one. Spherio Mist. Welcome. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, this game is like... I feel bad for you. This game is pretty awesome to play. I have been a huge Satisfactory fan for a very long time, and then they came out with this one, and this game adds in those little bitty things that I wish Satisfactory had, which is some gunplay, and I think the next Rupture's, where are we at here? 15 minutes? By the way that it looks, about 15 minutes. This has a little more gunplay. The exploration is absolutely mandatory. You have to go explore and find blueprints that you need, which I think is a very unique way to ensure that people are going and exploring. And not that it's not in Satisfactory, because it is. It's still needed in Satisfactory. It's just you only need to do it to find resources. In this case, you have to do it to find blueprints. All right, that one's done. Which is the next one on? Yeah, splitting these up right here was a great idea, because instead of having this all go down and come all the way back around, now I have these two working separately to feed these 4. No, so the Rupture, all the Rupture does is basically make everything overheat. This whole floor and each pieces of the equipment overheat. So it all shuts down on its own. You don't lose any resources whatsoever. It just shuts everything down for a while. Now, if this is overloaded, meaning you've got too much on the platform for it to dissipate the heat, then you either have to upgrade this, or they have little added heat dissipation units that you can put. When you upgrade your base core, so like here, your base core can dissipate 1,000 units of heat. Right now, on this platform, or in the area of this core, I got 295. So when the Rupture goes, this will jump like up to here. And then it'll cool off really quick, because it didn't exceed the 1,000. Now I can go to choose a level, and I could upgrade it to level 2. But as soon as you do that, then down here it says upgrading the base core will draw the aliens' attention. Prepare yourself or die. The aliens will then attack every so often from a particular point, and it looks like that one's good. I'll show you, because there's one really close right here. They will every so often, when you upgrade, and as you upgrade the level, the attacks become stronger. You get more aliens and stuff that come with it. So in this case here, there'll be this big light that comes from the sky, and then it'll spawn enemies, the little bug creatures and crap, and then they will attack the core. The I don't know yet if they attack any core that you're near when they do that, or if they only attack the core that's upgraded. I haven't figured that out yet. But you have guns and stuff, and you can build defenses. So when they come out, you just shoot all of them up and everything. And woo, that's not even frames. That's slow blinking. But to be honest, that's one of the reasons that I'm sorry, not talking about your horrible frames per second and your inability to play this game, which sucks. I'm very sorry that you're not able to do that. But one of the fun things about this game that I like, and I like all my games that the games that rate highest for me are ones that have the versatility. You can, so in this case, you don't have to upgrade these. They make it to where you can never upgrade a single core and never worry about the attacks. And so I like that, because if you have no desire to deal with the attacks and do that kind of thing, you don't have to. You don't have to deal with it. Just don't upgrade your cores and use the other mechanisms that they have to deal with the heat dissipation after ruptures. You don't have to do a lot of fighting. If you need to go explore, you just wait till after it ruptures and kills all the creatures on the planet. Then you have like 2.5 or 3 minutes that you can run around and explore, and there's no alien creatures. So you don't have to deal with them then either. And you can still get your exploration done, which I love. I love the fact that they've opened it up so that you can do those kinds of things and not have to be so worried that, you're not, I guess, I don't know if it's a right way to say it or a good way to say it or not, but pigeonholed into playing the game a very specific way. You can play it how you enjoy and like to play it. And I like that about this game. Because sometimes if I get on, I don't, really, I did it again. Damn it. Yeah, there's a way you can protect your core. MC Scared Bees, welcome, and thank you for bringing that up. There is a good way you can use your pillars. You can set your pillars up like this, and you can do this with them, and that protects your core from getting shut down because the bugs will infect it, and then they essentially take over your base. And then you have to either fight them or wait till the next rupture, and then run back to that base and disinfect your base core so that you can continue to use whatever was made there. And I can't remember. I did not come up with this. This I saw from somebody else who got it from a player, or a game dev or something that was playing. Is like, hey, yeah, try this. It protects your core. The downside is if you want to upgrade that core, you can't get in there unless you delete these, and then you upgrade it, then you put it back up. Only survival games I can play perfectly is 7 Days. 7 Days is a fantastic game. I've got 4,600 hours in that game. I play it just about every evening I stream it. It is another one of those games that I absolutely adore because you can play it how you want. You're not pigeonholed into playing it one way or the other. They've done a very good job in making sure that if you want to play a certain play style, you can. If you want to be a builder, be a builder. If you want to, use guns, use guns. If you want to, get in there and beat stuff down, you can. If you're one of the people who likes to sneak, you can sneak. And that's my favorite thing about a lot of my favorite games. All end up being on the list where you have freedom to pretty much play the game how you want. Within reason. I mean, not totally, but within the bounds of the idea of the game. Building in this game, I actually am pretty impressed with the building in the game. I like it very much. It's pretty smooth. There's some jankiness that needs to get worked out still. But if you go back and you look at, say, Satisfactory when it first came out, there was all kinds of jank with the building with it too. I'd never played Factorio, so I don't know. I can't comment on Factorio, though. I am tempted to, I don't know, get a copy of it, or I don't know if Factorio has demo anymore, but I would be very tempted to just see, so that when people talk about it, I at least have an idea. Troopers 87, welcome. Xander, if I didn't say hello, hello and welcome. Okay, so now we have to take this stuff and get it into storage. Let's get it centered, so that makes it. Oh, let's do this because it's faster. The space is almost getting too big. You see, there's a little bit of a lag there when I click it, and then it places. That's because it's doing that power and moving around calculation thing that it does that becomes a real pain in the ass. Okay, then we need some of these. Rotate. There. We're gonna rip through these things. We've got two different, and I'm going to be standing right away. Yep. We have two different companies that need the stuff here. So we're gonna tag team the heck out of this. And then when we're done with what we need to send to the corporations, we're going to have plenty of ceramics to use for the next tier of stuff that we have to build. Wow, that was a long time ago. Oh, we haven't turned this one on. There we go. All right, just turn that right on, and we'll let all of these build up before we turn on the machines, and we're gonna go do a little exploration. I've got the ammo. I've got what I need. All right, let's see. I need to go grab some food from the main base. I don't want to run around with all this on me. Let's go see if we have. I have hearts. I have hearts. Let's see if I stashed any food in here. Nope. Okay, we got to go back. All right, so we have. They need ceramics. I only have one that needs ceramics. I'm gonna blow that out of the water so fast it's ridiculous. RD, welcome. It's the heat sheets, the heat resistant sheets that I need. One. Could have swore I needed more heat sheets. Let's take a quick look here. Just make sure I'm not. I need glass. I need those. Don't worry about that. Get that later. Okay. We need. Thank you for the like, RD. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. We need that blueprint. We have stators. We need glass to do the applicators. I need these tubes. I don't want to throw those away because I'll use them for the applicators. Furnace. There. I need 600 ceramics. Another 600 there. So I need 1200 ceramics. All right. Let's dunk this stuff in here. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. And I'll put that right there for now. So we need 1,200 ceramics just to do that real quick. Oh, RD, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that big time. See, now I know that this is working the right way because everything that's coming in is splitting up the way that it needs to go. Ark Ascended. I played Ark way long time ago. Way long time ago. Great. Again, regular Ark, great game. I think they had a great premise. I think they missed the mark on a couple of things, and it kind of hurt the game. And then they tried to move on with DLC on the game. And I didn't chase the DLC because everything I heard was like, why are you making paid DLC when there's still lots of bugs in the original game? And so I just kind of pulled back from it. I loved the idea though. Survival Evolved with dinosaurs and all that kind of deal. And the building mechanics, as far as I was concerned, the building mechanics were pretty good. But I'll leave Ark at there. Again, great idea, great premise. I just think they hit about an 80 to 85% on execution. And then it just kind of died from there on out. But like every game, they have their lovers and they have their haters. Wet Willie 86 chiming in. Ark Ascended is more polished and all maps are free for the main story. Well, that's nice. Maybe they learned at least a little something there. Okay, so I need 1,200 of these. So there's 4. There's 8. There's 12. Let's go get these turned in. The hardest thing for me though with a video game is if it hits kind of a wonky point, I'll move on to another game, and then typically I don't go back, and that's I miss some games that could be good or that like became good. Prime example is No Man's Sky. I was so jazzed about No Man's Sky. The day I was able to get out and play, I was so excited, started playing it, and then I'm like, wow, this whole universe is freaking empty, and this sucks. And like everybody, I mean, we all know that No Man's Sky had a really rough start. But then it found its legs, and they got some good updates. But the problem is I've moved on. I've moved so far past it with other games that I literally tried to go back and play a little bit of it, and I was so lost with everything in the game that I was just like, okay, now I need to get a degree in No Man's Sky to even be able to play the game. And I'm sure that I'm missing a fantastic game. It's just gotten to the point that I'm so far past it that trying to go back to it is just probably not going to work for me. Okay, who do we need to give these to? Future Health Solutions. Future Health Solutions gets me the food. Oh, and there's another upgrade, backpack upgrade. Now, Light No Fire. I'm excited about the idea and the premise of Light No Fire. But I'm getting concerned about Light No Fire in the fact that when it was announced 2 years ago, they had already been developing it for 5 years, and it's been 2 more years, so it's been in development for 7 years now. And it uses the same engine and a lot of the same mechanics as No Man's Sky. which makes me scratch my head as to why are we 7 years on for a game that is using the same engine as No Man's Sky, and it is using almost all of the same mechanics as No Man's Sky. And after they announced it, you really haven't heard anything else about the game. Like, it literally just kind of went silent, and that was it. So again, I'm just kind of concerned that, you know, it'll be another several years before we see before we see it. And again, that's something that concerns me, because if somebody else drops something, if they make an announcement and then they drop it within a year, well, you know, with as expensive as games are, you kind of have to be a little bit more pickier and choosy. And again, I'm not a huge channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers. You can see on TikTok, my super fans are 2. One happens to be my wife. So I'm not making money at any point to buy a lot of games when it comes to streaming. So I've got to be a little bit more picky on which ones I pick up, and I do. All right. Hang on. Let me focus. Okay, we're making ceramics. We can make that stuff. Titanium housing. We've got to be making those somewhere. And inductors are the next thing that we need to make. Wolfram wire, tubes, and ceramics. Now, I'm fairly certain I can create all of this right over there. But before we go running around, I want to go get some food. My character is notorious for being thirsty at the wrong time. And I only have 3 more of those items left. As you can tell, I'm opinionated about my games. I've been playing since the Atari 2600. I've seen all kinds of games come and go. I've seen great games show up and die because of just really dumb reasons that didn't make any sense of why. Games like No Man's Sky that, man, they had a rough start and then they've turned out to be great games. And so, you know, it's kind of a hit and miss on a lot of stuff. Let's see, hydration, calories, that'll cover that. Okay. Let's put, we don't need to take that much with us because we're going to explore. We have plenty of ammo. All right, let's look at our map and see where we've explored. All right, so we hit this one that was close and we hit this one that was close. We got those. So that's the lander. We should go out east because I know that there's a couple of places out here that we need stuff from. I know that we go north also, and there's stuff out there, but I think it's later game stuff. It's not stuff we need right now. Let's go east. Let's go east. Man, that is racking up fast. Love it. Love it. All right, east we go. See, onward. We probably got a little bit of time. We're going to build a base out east anyway, so we have everything we need to do it, so we'll be all right. We're going to roll. Rolling. Keep this doggies rolling. Ride. Sorry, I do that too from time to time. Can't help it. My kids think I have ADHD. I just call it squirrel syndrome. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm hoping it'll get better, though, because now I retired not this last Monday, but the Monday before I retired. I said, damn it, I'm not working anymore. And I'm working on writing my book, and I'm working on building content creation and streaming in a brand of Survival Gym. So we're going to see how that goes for me. I've been trying to write this book for like freaking years. Oh, well, I do have a whip crack sound. I need to get another one for my soundboard, though. Oh, no. Here it is. Here you go. I forgot I had it. I should have hit it. I'd like to get a better soundboard, one that's a little bit bigger and that I can kind of like attach to the back of my keyboard. That would help me. Okay, we need to do this. We need to unlock this because this is going to unlock a huge part of the map for us. Okay, trick to these is you build yourself a little platform. And let's see if I can get up there. Okay, I can get up there. There. Now I can see Tyler the AD. Okay, now they'll come spawning out of the ground. There they are. Man, I can't hit that guy for nothing. I need to get that guy, though, because he's going to sit there and keep spitting at me. Now I got 3 or 4 of them over here spitting at me. Die! Oh, shit. Balin. Nice try, dude. Nice try. Spit that blue crap at me. Where are you? These guys. Right here. I hate these guys. Where's your little buddy? There was one over here, too, somewhere, wasn't there? Did we get it? 97. Get it. Got it. Take that down. Really? Okay. Pop it on the nose. Pop it on the nose. And you collect these because you could turn them in at the scanner or the analyzer for additional data points. Sure. I could have swore there was another one of them little guys over here somewhere. Maybe that's him and I busted him. Alright, so now if we look at our map, it opened up. I see. Yeah, I knew you, you little jerk. I knew there was another one running around. Okay, now if we open up our map, we can see this whole area and all of the goodies in it. And so we want to collect these because these give us... Did they drop? He dropped one. Good. They give us little cards and chips with data points on them. And that helps us. I ruined Christmas. Oh my goodness. That's too bad. Scott, if you understood how the Christmas went around this house, my wife, she doesn't like to buy me anything anymore without getting pre-authorization and approval to make sure it's absolutely the right thing. because she doesn't want to get the wrong thing and then we have to return it. And so she'll get my son or my daughter to ask me, and then I'll send it to them, and then they'll give it to her, and that way, and then we share the same Amazon account. So like, there's nothing hidden. We share the same bank accounts. I always know I'm getting what I want. She did it 1 year, and the funny thing is she bought me something 1 year, and she was super excited that she got it and everything else, and I was very grateful for what she got. I was not upset whatsoever. But she had been hinting at something else. And I thought that's what I was actually getting. And so when I didn't get what she had been hinting at, I was kind of sad and disappointed, and then it made her feel really bad. She felt really bad too, and I felt even worse, and I was like, "Oh man." I started to tear up a little bit. I was like, "I'm so sorry." So now it's like, we don't do that. It's like, "What do you want? Go ahead and put it in the Amazon cart, and I'll just wrap it for you. How's that?" So it was pretty funny. Of course, in being in my 50s now, it's like we, if I really want something, I'll just go buy it. And all my kids are adults too. So it's like, I just pretty much, I'm like, here's a gift card, or here's some money, go buy what you want. I'm not going to guess. Now the grandkids, we spoil them. There we go. Got to watch out for this stuff. This stuff you're fine to walk in, but if you get too... Oh, shit. Okay, that's a wave. Can I... No, build. Can I put this down? Nope. How fast can he build? Okay. Door. Give me a door. Woo! Okay. This is only here so I can survive. I'm going to tear it down and I'm going to drive on. Oh my goodness. Oh, and they're shooting at me. There's bugs that are spitting at me. Guess that's why it's turning blue. But they're all about to be dead. And then I'm just going to tear it all down and move on. Keep going. Come on already. "30 seconds. And here it comes. Yeah, see, there they are right there. Hello, you can't get me. That is so crazy. Gives me the jitters when you're standing inside this like this and you see that. It's just like, oh my goodness, if you were there in real life, this would be so terrifying. Alright, so now we have to wait until it gets like a dark color to it. Ooh, actually, let me do this real quick. I can put an analyzing station in here and clear out some of my inventory since I'm just standing around. Okay. That takes care of that. And there we go. There we go. Unlock it. Oh, come on. Attempt to go down. Open the airlock. Yep, it's malfunctioned because they boogered my stuff. And can I disinfect it? I gotta wait. Can't get rid of it either. Ugh. And it won't do anything until it's cooled off. SPF 50,000. I think you need more than that. Come on, it's just these two buildings. Cool off so I can get moving. Need to get this. Anyway, I need to do. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's off. Now it's going down. Cooling. And okay, you should be cool. Is there another? Okay, base core. Do this. 10 seconds. Well, why are you not running clinical trials? What are you doing? Okay, and then the sulfur pits, you could go down in here right after the wave. I thought there was a body in here somewhere. Oh, I need to go back and go in that hole, though. Oh, dude, that is stuff. That's so funny. That RoboCop SPF like freaking whatever from RoboCop. That crap is hilarious. I love classic movies like that. Okay, and that thing is right here. Okay, T turns on my light. Get down in here. There's a dead body in here, so I need to find it. I need to collect this stuff. The quartz crystal. Quartz ore that you use to make like the top tier building materials that I have actually yet to use. Rolling. I don't want to waste too much time because there's a place I want to go over there that. Okay. And we're out. Alright, get the gun out. Gotta roll, gotta roll, gotta roll. Go, go, go. It is right over here somewhere. Whee! Freaking infection crap. It's not even there anymore. Log that. Infection, radiation. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get to right here. Grubs are good for food. Oh, and we gotta run down in here so we can get this guy. Okay, now there are several. Yep, there it is right there. A drone. Get that. Take that. Jump, jump. Get that. And then, ooh. Careful now. Careful. Double jump. We want to get up here. Maybe is it over here? Wait, hang on. Come on now. Oh, I can't fit nothing else in here. Use that. Use that. Use that. Yeah, we want to keep those. There we go. What I'm after is right there. Blueprint. Okay. The data pad. Weather's still terrible. Everything sucks. You spent all my money. You suck. Okay. Take it. Take it. Take it. Oh, I must have picked up something else. Shit. Drop these. Take that. Okay, we are going to have to come back here at some point, but it was the blueprint that I was after. I do need to build a base. You need to do it over here. So we're going to run over here and put down real quick, like just a couple of pieces to mark the next, one of the next areas we need to build up a base. It's got the helium that we're going to need. It's the closest spot with helium that we can get to. So helium's right up on top of that ridge right there. So this is where we're going to get up on that ridge, and then we're going to make a determination of where to put the base core. Because there is copper over there, the wolfram, and the titanium is over there. And we're going to need both of them for future builds and stuff that we need. Okay. All right. Okay. So. Let's get the drone out. I gotta make sure I get that piece. Okay, so no, and then 1, 2, and we're gonna hit T, and we're gonna go look. We don't get any of that stuff, but that's okay, and we got both of those. So we're gonna hit that, and then we're gonna go down and secure it. Yeah, we're gonna go secure it so that when the nasty little aliens show up, the buggers can't just immediately tear into it. It's not gonna let me do that. Okay. Alright, and now I can put the base off of this side. Again, use the drone. Right there. Put the door on it right there. Put my pieces. Now they can't just walk right up and spit on it. That's the piece of what these are for, is just so that even one of those little gray crappy ones can't just run right up here and start attacking the core and then turn it into another infected zone. Because when they infect your core, then they start spawning at your core, and that really sucks. Me up on it. I need to make a little room here to walk through, and then we need to put in some power. We'll see if we can get. Really? You're a booger. I want to put it right there. I want to just offset it one. No big deal. This place is going to need power, though. Okay. Let's get back to this. One of these times when I start the game, I would like to just run straight here and actually try to start my base out here. Because the amount of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 5 iron nodes right here. There's 4 wolfram nodes right over there, and there's 2 helium nodes right there. And right over the hill right there is calcite. So there's so much that's just right here that you don't have to go very far for. That you really could get, so you could get a pretty good sized base going. Problem is I haven't tried it. I don't know if the bugs will show up. I don't know if there's a delay from when the bugs show up or they don't show up. So that's kind of the question in the beginning of the game. Plus, then you don't, if you do die, you don't have the your revive chamber available yet, so you would end up reviving all the way back at the ship, which will suck. Okay, so all right, so this is here. Let's get the inside of this set up, and then I used up like all of my stuff. All right, back to the base we go. Well, I could put the analyzer in there and just grab a couple of things to analyze really fast. Get these data points. Okay. Give me a little bit of room, because there are a couple of items out here. One is right up here by this. Get up here. There's a body right up here. Somewhere. There it is. And then there's some drones and stuff around here. There's a drone there, drone there, drone there, drone there, drone there. All kinds of bodies back. That's back at that one area. I need more inventory space. That's the irk thing. Okay, so there's a drone over here. Go over here and get it. There it is. Okay. There's a drone along the wall right there. I don't know if I want to go that far, though. I know where that's at. I should have grabbed that first. We'll grab it. We'll go grab it. We'll go get it. I think I have enough room. Captain Bunsen stopped in and disappeared. There's going to be some sneaky little dogs in here. Wait and see if anybody else pops up. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, you sneaky little dog, you. I knew I was going to probably do that. Get him. Any more are going to come flying down off the top.
Alex, come in.
What's up?
Just as I thought. The core's overloaded.
Nicolas said everything was okay.
I think Nicholas is not okay.
I'm gonna kill him. Do you know where he is?
I bet he's out gathering those plants of his. Either way, he's out of range. Try texting him.
Alright, never mind. I'm gonna report this.
I'd hold off. If he finds out you reported him again, he won't fix the core.
Okay. Shall we wait for him? He fixes the core, I report him to Clever, and then I kill him.
Maybe you should just break his legs. Just keep going to and fro.
Okay. So we wait for him, he fixes the core, I report him, kill him, we brace him a new sleeve, and then I break him.
She ain't happy with him. Deputy Commissioner, 3 men, 2 get attacked, blah, blah, blah. Off we go. Alright, we're just gonna keep on. Oh shit, we don't have enough room. That's worth that's 350. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll just have to come back and finish doing some of this. We need to go... Didn't we complete something? Let's use the analyzer in this base that's right here, and we'll clear out some of the stuff that we've got here, and then look at the corporate board. We'll see what else maybe we can clear something else off our list. I know we're getting close to getting something unlocked. Let's see. Oh, I didn't have any room to put the corporate board. Let's put the corporate board. There we go. Let's see. Similar. Factorio is a similar. I think it's, in my opinion, it's closer to Satisfactory. Those are probably the 2 closest games. There's another game out there with some like robots that do a factory kind of game. So it's more of a factory style game. You do know Satisfactory. Okay, yeah. So think of Satisfactory just with more exploration and guns, which Satisfactory doesn't really have. I mean, the rebar gun, but this has base defense. It's got a mixture of some stuff that is all important. Okay, so we need glass now. so we can get those other pieces. Yeah, so I'm thinking if I had to if I was forced to say what kind of game is it closest to, I would say it's closest to Satisfactory, simply because you could play it in first person. Factorio is a top down from my understanding, so it's not quite the same. All right, we're getting ourselves a little bit of room here, so we're going to do just a not really. The only thing I would say that it's remotely like Helldivers on is the fact that there's bugs, but they're not varied. They're pretty standard when it comes to bug types, so you're not getting anything special there. And it's not an extraction kind of game. There really are no missions per se. You have to explore because you need to find certain blueprints that are only found in like locations like that right out there. And so you do have to do that kind of exploration. But that's about it. I'm building a new base right there on the other side of the hill over there. I have 2 or 3 bases for manufacturing stuff. There's a guy right here. Yep. You probably build 10 or 15 different bases in this game. And bases I use that loosely because they're more like mini factories. You're building something at all of them. And then if you want, again, the game doesn't force you, but if you want, you can upgrade your base core, and when you do that, it draws the attention of the bugs and becomes kind of a castle defense kind of game, where you can use turrets and cannons and things like that to defend your core every so often. It doesn't require you to do that. It doesn't. You don't have to do it, and it's not a consistent kind of thing. But as you upgrade your core to a stronger and bigger core, base core, you'll get bigger and stronger waves of characters. And again, you're not forced to do that. It's just something if you like that part of the game and you enjoy doing that more than you enjoy doing other pieces to it, you can. This game's a great base building style game. You're going to do a lot of factory building and stuff. They don't have your typical like walls. You have a habitat. It comes in one single piece and in one single style. You can put multiple floors on it, things like that. Yes, it is multiplayer up to 4 people. Oh shit, bad time to reload. Yeah, you can play up to 4 people. So far I've played, just my wife and I have played together. Which actually is pretty fun. She's never played a factory kind of game. So it's a completely new concept to her, learning how to do that part of it. Your weapon, so you have a pistol. You have a pistol, and then there's a machine gun, or there's like an assault rifle, and then there's more of a machine gun and a shotgun. Those are the couple items that you have when it comes to weapons. There is some customization that you can do to your weapons. I don't have enough room. I do now. So you can do a little bit of customization, which makes it fun. Not mundane. Okay, I think we're going to get out of here. We're going to go back to our other base. You can make it your ammo. You do have to unlock it, though. So that's kind of the key. You don't just get it from the very beginning. You have to make some stuff, and you have to build some stuff and send some stuff up to the corporate goons in space and whatnot, and then you unlock it. So you don't get it right from the very beginning. The only thing you have right in the very beginning is your mining laser. That's it. That's all you have in the very beginning. Then you get the pistol to use, and it's okay. I mean, it's decent enough for fending yourself off, and but you're not going to take on a very large group or anything. And then you get to unlock whether you want the assault rifle or the machine gun or the shotgun. And they all kind of they all take different weapon types that you have to make. The assault rifle is really kind of the easiest to make, so that's usually why I pick it to start with. And it's very versatile. You can kick up the damage really easy on it, and you can kick up the rate of fire, and you can make it I don't want to say sniper rifle, but you can make it a decent long range weapon as well. So it really is the most versatile kind of weapon to use. And the ammo for it is simply some early game powder and basic building materials. It's not super fancy. Oh, that's going to drop on the ground. Okay. We need to go get rid of some of this stuff in storage. Let's scan anything we found. The rest of this I need. We'll go here. Got some for there. Fabricator, what we got for you? We didn't get anything for you. We did find a blueprint, didn't we? Must be for something we already had. Alright, then let's take a look at our food. Get these out of the way. Okay, we could do that and that. And get the data points in for those. The glow cap. That. Alright, that takes a bunch of stuff off of there. Alright, let's put that in there, that in there, that in there. We'll put some pistol ammo in there. All of this needs to move down. We need to keep all this. We'll put that in there. I'm going to keep that. Keep those. Get that. Put that in there. That's the heavy ammo. We'll put that in there as well. We don't really need it. We'll put that in there. Get in there. And we'll take the rest of us with it. We'll look at the rest of the stuff. Okay. Good. Let's go clear out. Clear out these pieces out here because now it's done and we don't need them. Anything else? Glass, ceramic. Okay, so we don't need any of these anymore. All right, so let's get rid of them. We'll get our building material back. Yep, this was all built by me. All of this, everything built here. All of this over here, all of that, all of this, everything over there. You build it all by hand. This is just raw ground with resources that you go through and you do all the building on. It's a factory game. I mean, you can't get away from that. but it has more to it. It has base defense if you want to do that part. It's got the exploration that you have to do. So it's got all of the added little pieces that you don't get from, say, Satisfactory. Okay, we gotta make we need these. Why do I not have this unlocked? Because I don't have glass. And I don't have glass unlocked. Why do I not have glass unlocked? What are we screwing up here? Titanium beams. I got the plates. Stabilizers. I didn't find what I was looking for there, and I don't have glass. Now the furnace has glass, but we need the helium-3. And we need the glass for the heat shield. So we need helium. We need the helium-3. That's the big piece that's holding us back right now. Did we... We got the food piece. This. Helium-3 extractors. Oh, yay. Okay. We need to go get some more building material and then go back over to that other base where the helium-3 is at, because we can't get anything going any further until we have helium-3. My wife and I have a blast playing this game. We have a lot of fun playing it, big time. There's so much exploration. There's so much building. I like doing the building. She's learning. She is learning building, and she's learning the factory kind of setups and stuff. And the great thing is, like a lot of games, when you are doing the building and stuff, when you have to tear something down, you lose resources. You don't get all of your resources back. In this game, you get all of your resources back. So you're not... She can go down in that area down there where we're looking at, and she can build whatever she wants, and she can practice, and she can tear it down and build it, and tear it down and build it as many times as she wants. And we don't lose resources. It's not a big deal. So she can do a lot of practicing with the game and learning it. And then we'll get together and we'll go. I mean, this map is huge. It is huge. I'll just show you. So I've only explored this little bit in 3 episodes, okay? Right over here, they haven't opened the map yet because they've got it radiated. But it goes all... I mean, I can't zoom out any further, and I've gone up 3 times. I've gone over 3 times, down 3 times. I mean, it's just... The game is massive. The world is huge. Where's my stuff at now? There we go. I mean, it's a huge map. So we'll take off together and fight together all over the place, and just really have a good time together, messing around doing it. I would be interested to see what it's like when you're playing with 4 people. I think that would be a lot of fun to do. Because you can really up with 4 people. You could probably plow through a lot of the factory stuff, because somebody can go to one spot and start working on one part of the factory, and somebody could go to another spot and start working on another part. And then when it comes to going around and exploring, y'all just go together and just destroy everything, which a lot of fun. I mean, sounds like a lot of fun to me. See, this fabricator really acts like there's something here, but it's not. We've got all of these that I can't use now. I'll have to put them somewhere. Nope. Put them in here. Okay, so we're gonna take those out. We put these in here. Sophia Bennett, yo, what's up? Welcome. Welcome. I'm going to take these out of here because I think we can still use those. let's see. Let's go here. So this is the weapon deal. This is what I was talking about earlier. The downside is like your pistol. There's no upgrades for the pistol, which I think kind of sucks. Good deal. Good deal. Chilling is always good. I've been doing really good. I finally got over being sick, which I'm super ecstatic for. A month and a half of being sick sucked, but especially when you're trying to stream and you can't breathe, it's horrible. And so, yeah, we're back to streaming, feeling good. All right, so you unlock your weapons this way through getting these points. I forget what they're called, requisition points or whatever. And so this case, it gives you 4 options to upgrade your game, upgrade your weapon, and each one, like this one, helps weapon sway. This one helps your movement speed for the wielder, so you can go faster. This reduces recoil. Then in this case, you've got increased magazine, faster reload, and this one here is better enemy penetration. I think you lose the amount of ammo you can have. And then you've got different 3 times optic, a CC sight, and just your standard sights. Each one, does your own. You've got your own upgraded barrels, and increased rate of fire. Of course I do, Sophia. I remember just about every single person over the last 6 months that joined my channel, even if it was just for a single day. And so you can upgrade that way. And if you click on here, then you can go ahead and get the shotgun, and you can get the M175 Grim as well. And so that's your machine gun. And they all have the same kind of upgrades as well. I'm not going to do any of them because I like mine right how it is set up now. So we're going to put that back in there. Where is my thingamabobber upstairs? Ladders are pissing me off, though. You slide back and forth. Sophia, I'm not there yet, unfortunately. I haven't. Channel's become pretty popular, but not enough to be able to put anybody on the payroll to really do a whole lot. Yeah, that stuff's all AI because I've used ChatGPT to help me put stuff together, and that's the only reason. So red, I can put a red in here. Increase firearm swap speed, but I don't swap my firearms very often, and I guess we'll just do infection buildup rate. Now, do we have something better for blue? Fall damage, but I haven't taken fall damage. I don't really dodge a whole lot. And I, again, don't have any fall damage, so those are all kind of useless for me. Hydration loss and calorie loss, but they're so little it doesn't make a difference. So those are all crap. I need to find some better ones. Sorry, Sophia. I really do. I would like to be able to get to a point where I can have a whole team to help do a lot of my work and help the channel out. Just unfortunately, I retired Monday before last, and the channel's got to pay for itself at this point. But I got you, Sophia. I got you. I got your name. As soon as things get moving for me, you're probably the first person that I've got that I'm reaching out to. Okay, so let's go. We gotta go. All right, so this is our main base. We got to get back over there so we can get helium going. Run. And this game, you do a lot of running. There's rumor that they're going to put in a mid-level vehicle to kind of, or something. There's some other mechanism of getting between your bases faster. Right now, there's nothing until you get to what is currently considered end game, which is that thing right there. It's called the World Engine. There's a whole story about it if you follow the channel and catch the playthroughs or the the stuff that I put on afterwards. You'll be able to see the story as we go through that. And that's, you unlock base teleportation items in there. But the crazy thing is the item that you need to open the door is like one of the last things that you unlock and you're able to actually build. So it's not exactly that helpful in the whole scheme of things. So you will do a lot of running. You'll put a lot of little mini bases all over the place, and you'll do a ton of running everywhere. So anything that helps with your stamina regen. I could have swore there was a dead guy around here somewhere. There he is. Those will be the big things that you want to add. Those lems. I can't remember what lem stands for, but those little chips that you can put in your body. Yeah, like Sons of the Forest, where you get the teleporter at the very end of the game when it doesn't matter anymore. It's like, I've already run all over this entire place, and now you're gonna let me get some kind of quick way to get around here. And in the game that my wife and I have like 180 shield, and my stamina is through the roof. And so I can pretty much just sit here and run nonstop from one side to the other. I might have to slow down a little bit, but then it recharges so quick that I'm off to run it again. It's kind of silly. It really is. Okay, so we need to finish building out this part of the base as quickly as we can, so that we can get what we need. Because we want to bring the helium off of there so we can get to it quickly. And when we get to the point where we like send it, we can use the transport system and send it off places, then it'll be we get another old person die. I live in the neighborhood that I live in has a lot of older retired military or older retired people. We hear we hear way too many sirens and stuff way too often. I think the fire department and the ambulance show up to my neighbor's house twice a week. And look, don't get me wrong, I love my neighbors. My neighbors are very nice people. But he has had cancer twice. And she is 80, almost 90 years old. And they live by themselves. And there are times that they will call us just to come over to help somebody get off the floor. Again, love them to death. They're great people. They're absolutely wonderful people. But, yeah, they just happens when you get old. And around this neighborhood, we got lots of old people that just lots of them. Lots of old retired people, military retired people. That are just, it's just hard for them. And most of them, like their family doesn't live close because they retired here, 30 years ago. Like my neighbor, they have owned that house. I think they bought it 10 years after it was built. And this was back in the 60s or 50s or something like that. No, 60s, mid to late 60s. And they actually owned that house and the house that I currently live in. They owned both these houses. and there was a guy that lived on the other side of them. That he was in the end of World War II. He was in Korea, Vietnam 3 times. And he had owned his house from the day that it was built till the day that he no longer is with us. And man, talking to that guy and having war stories with him was emotional. I'll just say that it was emotional. Guy had seen some shit in his life. But yeah, I got all kinds of really neat people and neighbors and stuff that live around us that are just they're good. They're just great people, just older and retired. And so you end up with hearing the ambulance a lot. We've been in this house. We've been here 13 years, and everybody around us has been in their places probably 10 years or more longer than we've been here. So there's not a lot of turnover of people that live in our area at all. That's all. Okay, let's get this rocking, because we have got to get helium going, and we've got a half hour of the stream left, so we got to get some things happening here. I'm building a lot of storage for this helium because we're going to use a lot of it. Let's go here to here to here to there. Helium. I'm using. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm using tier 2s. Lots of neighbors move. Yeah, that's the part that kind of sucks. That's why I'm really glad that we're in the neighborhood that we're in. That they're all retired. We don't get a huge turnover of neighbors at all, which is really nice. Makes it a whole lot better when it comes to not having to get to learn new people every 3-4 years. But I am worried. I am as the neighbors get older, and the kids live in other states and stuff, when my neighbors do eventually pass, I'm fairly certain that their kids are not going to keep the house, and they're going to end up selling them, and then we're going to end up in that with all new neighbors and new people that we have to deal with. And I'm gonna put anybody remember Step Brothers, when they were looking to sell, when the parents were looking to sell the house, and the son was bringing people over to look at the house, and the idiots would dress up like in the Ku Klux Klan or Nazis or something like that, when people, so they wouldn't buy the house, they wouldn't have those neighbors move in and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do until we see the right people. When we don't get weirdos or something moving in. Yeah, maybe then they'll help me when I fall. Yeah, that's it. No, I'm starting to think my children will never move out, honestly. No, my youngest and her boyfriend moved out this last year. My son and his girlfriend, they're moving out sometime in the next month or two. And then my daughter and my granddaughters live with us. But they're probably a year away from being before they can move out, because a single mom with 2 kids, man, we wonder every day how other moms with kids, you know, or single dads out there with kids, especially little ones, like how they are able to afford food and rent and mortgages and things like that. It's just it's now I live in Colorado, and Colorado got really expensive over the last 10 years. Like it was really affordable about 10 years ago, and over the last 10 years Colorado has gotten, all the people from California moved out of California and they moved to Colorado, and they've screwed Colorado's economy up so freaking bad that now you can't hardly afford to live in Colorado as a young person, especially a single mom with kids and stuff. You just can't afford the rent, can't afford the mortgage, can't afford any of it anymore. So we're trying to help her out. My daughter says she never wants to leave. You know, my son and I were goofing off the other, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, and we were looking at places in Colorado, and we're like, so how big of a place? Initially, it started off, we were looking for places that had big garages, because we like to work on our own vehicles, do our own oil changes, things like that. And so we were looking at places that like would have a big enough garage that you could put a car lift in and stuff like that, and you could get all the cars in the garage and that kind of deal. And then we found a couple of places, and they were, I don't know, $1.5 million, but it had like a 6-car garage, and literally one was set up that you could put a car lift in it. So you could put, you know, if you put a car over the lift, you could get all 6 cars in there. And so we were like, man, we should all go together, because it had like, I don't know, like 8 bedrooms or something like that. Had one of those official, its own actual dining room where you could put one of those big tables that, you know, you see really rich people have. You can put one of them big tables, fit everybody around. Everybody's got elbow room. And a nice big kitchen and that kind of stuff. And we're like, you know, we should all just go in together, and everybody just put in, and we'll get the loan for that place, and we'll all just live in one big place as a family community. Yeah, see, that we are like that completely. It's like, yeah, I would come. Absolutely. I'm all for it in my book. My parents keep making, they lived in Washington State, and they bought, my sisters live in Northern California, and my one sister bought this great chunk of property, and then my dad somehow found out that the people next to him were selling that property that's right next to him. So he went and bought that property right next to him. And they're looking at another chunk of property that's right next to that. They're looking to buy that. And so the jokes have been going around that my dad's building he's working on trying to build a family compound. Everybody's going to have their own house, but we're all going to live right next to each other and stuff. And my wife, she was like, I am not moving to the family compound. She was very, very adamant that was not happening. It was pretty funny. All right, what do we got going on here? We don't have any windows, so I can't see outside. Let's put a window in right there. Okay, now we can see outside. Let's put in a place we can regen at. Let's put a LEM station in here. Let's get our food station in, and we need a couple of storage boxes. And we'll add one more window. Oh, that was totally on the wrong side of the building. Okay, we won't add that window. Tactical Grandpa, hello and welcome. All right, I think we're good. Yep, everything calmed down. We need more. How much more do I need? Furnace. Okay, for the glass, I need 2,500 minus this. I need a lot. Wow. Okay, so this is the part of the game that I think I understand where some people have had complaints. So your recipe station, it takes, I mean, things like this, like 2,500. There's, if you go to the like the first level of to upgrade your core, it's 7,500 helium, but there's no import, no inputs. So you can't just like, okay, let me take my helium and run it to an input so it can push out, 7,500. And it gets worse the higher the core level goes. And so I think I'm understanding what people are saying, because I've got to go collect, 2,500 100 stack. So I got to get 25 stacks of helium and hand carry it to the recipe station. That kind of sucks. Big time. And these only hold 400 each. So 8, 12. I have to wait till almost all of this is full to be able to carry it over there. I do need to put in, I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need these. So the question is which one do I work on first while that's filling up? Let's go work on this. We're closer to having this done. If I go over to the other side, I've got to do a whole bunch of extra. I got to basically set up a whole new base. I got to put in a new core. Okay, that's not going to work. So I got to do a little bit. Got to go down here. Put this in. Don't need to do any of it there. Oh, no, I don't think I really need to bother with that. That's all close enough. I need to do it there and there because it's just out of range. This is going to be a big spot because right up there, that right there, see how shiny that is? That is pure titanium. And so that's pure titanium, and this tore up garbage right here, that's like a poor titanium deal. That'll give you 8 times your titanium output. So you can put 8 smelters on just that one node. So that makes this place, you've got 8 times, 1 medium, which is 4 times. I think that's a 4 times, and then 2 times poor ones. Wild Wolf Workshop. Welcome. If anybody is interested in some good Ark playing, if you're interested in the Ark game, Wild Wolf plays Ark, amongst some other games. So you got to check him out. He does also some metalworking as well, if I'm not mistaken. Wild Wolf Workshop. All right, chatter. Thanks for stopping by. Hope I get to see you again. Okay. I think we're good now. We just got to put these in, and then we got to put down the drills, and we should be, hopefully, cross our fingers, the helium has loaded up far enough for us that we can go turn it in and then start making glass. Because man, That's the one thing that's holding us back right now is the glass. But we will unlock it shortly. Get the glass going. And then we're going to have to we got to grind out opening up the machines, the transport items, so that we can get going with that. We can transport all of our goods around the map instead of using conveyor belts. Where are we at time wise? All right, we'll be able to get this just finished up in time before we take a break, and then we'll come back with 7 days to die. Another favorite of mine, where we have been getting our ass kicked, thoroughly getting our ass kicked in that game. We have had a rough time. We're playing on survivalist difficulty, and man, we made it to the snow biome, and it's just been giving us a beating, constantly beating us down. It's been pretty rough. Why are you really? Just don't need one more, huh? Okay, now we should be able to do this and close this up. And then we'll drop down our wonderful drills. No, I need the rest of this. I'm gonna need this space. I'm gonna try to use as much of this space as I can get away with, because I don't want to have to take stuff elsewhere. I want to be able to make like one full item here. I think we're all right now. Smooth this on. Okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, really? No? 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 Wow. Okay. All right, let's get our drills in place, and we will excavate, or excavators. My bad. Can I do it from here? No, it doesn't want me to do it from down there. Gotta go the hard way. Biggers. Oh, damn it. I thought I had it. Okay, there we go. So see how nice this looks? When you look on it, it's 8 every 2 seconds. So, big time. And then this one is 4 every 2 seconds. And then this chunk down here is 2. So 1 to 1. And so that helps us calculate how many... I want to go out that way. I'm going to go that way with it so I can work this way. Oh no! It's outside the range. Shit. Well, it's a chunk. It's junk. This one should be 4. Yeah. I still need it because that would make 6. And I got some bad guys coming. Get rid of those guys. Oh, there's more. There you are. Right in the eyeball. Right in the eyeball. Ooh. Oh, you want to be... You want to be sneaky. Okay. Oop, there you are. Get rid of you. Okay, we got to go put something up over here. I didn't want to do that because it's just an extra use, but all it is so I can build on that one piece. That's all it is. Ugh. Okay, so let's select that, get that going. We will just do it like this. Yeah, it doesn't really make any difference. I'm not doing any building. There's nothing I need to capture here. That's it. That's okay. We do have, I know for a fact there are, yep. And then there's another one further down along this piece here. Gotta keep my eyes open for it. There it is. And okay. Excavator. We'll just do it out that direction and call it good. Okay. And then see, this is all crap. So you get 1-to-1 off of these. And we'll go ahead and just... Oh, you dirty little dogs. Now I gotta go up there and fight. See, that's why I knew it. I knew it. That was dumb of me. I didn't put a shield around it. I didn't put any bars around it. So they just went up here and turned it into their own little private infected zone. And now, see, look at how fast he is. They're all just going nuts. It's like all of a sudden I got home field advantage. Now I got to find the little nodule that they put on it. Right there. And let's use that. We'll use that. All right. Give us some health. Can we build against it? Because we're going to have to build our wall on it. Okay. I knew that was a mistake. I thought, well, maybe because it's up here, I wouldn't have to worry about it, but that's where this game gets kind of funky, and you have a little defense stuff that you have to do. I'm so glad they let you clip through some stuff in this game, though. That's so nice, because, man, you would definitely be struggling if you didn't. I think it would add a complexity that doesn't add anything to the game. Where are we at? Right on, pretty much on time here. This little added goof nugget stuff is killing me, though. Okay, let's not lock ourselves in. All right. We may have to put a gun up there at some point, but for now. All right. Kind of need to. I want to bring it right in here, and do that. Okay, so we bring it right down here, and we just start right here. Yahtzee. Let's get our piece here. Let's do this rail too, even though it's probably way more than this needs. Okay. We need to rotate it. Like that. Okay, and then we'll do that. And then go ahead and put this in. There. Bring this one into it, and then we'll grab that and we'll bring it right into this side, and we'll start. Whoop, just like that. And yeah, I think we're set up for tomorrow. No, you're not gonna let me be that nice. I'd like to put some smelters just basically right along here, and then have it rip around this way and start working my stuff to that direction. Just, I'm not sure. Get those. Those are extra data points. I just want to see if it'll do it. Let's see. This one's a 4-2. I need 6. I need to be able to put 6 in. 6 smelters. 1. See. Yeah, dang it. If I go up 1, I'm good. That doesn't make any sense. What sense does that make? I can go up 1 and I'm okay, but down 1 and I'm not. Let's just do it like this. Let's use C. What? Why is that not lined up like it's supposed to? I should be able to go over 1. And it jumps. Okay, so it doesn't want to go there. Can I just push out 1? Okay, it'll go right there. Screw it. So I'll move this stuff. 1. There's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. And 6. And then I can use fabricators going this way. 1. Hang on, can I get enough? Is there enough room to put? There is enough room to do this. I can bring it back all the way to here, run that down the center instead. I see where it's fighting. 2, 3, and then we rotate it this way, and we line that up just like that. 1, 2, and 3. And then what you do is we bring this stuff around the outside and run it down the middle to all of these. And then we run the outputs on the outside, and then they meet up right here. And then we could take the outputs and run them off wherever we need to merge with either this stuff or fly it away. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. Well, let's delete this, fix the floor. And we are going to call that a stream. We will finish up the wiring this in, and we'll get off stream. I'll fix this really quick so we don't have to worry about watching me do dumb shit right there. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back at 4 U.S. Mountain Time in 1 hour. So thank you, everybody who joined. Thank you for the likes, the shares, everybody who followed. I appreciate it very much, and we will hopefully see y'all in 1 hour. If not, we'll be back tomorrow with StarRupture at noon U.S. Mountain Time, which would be 2 Eastern Time or 11 Pacific Time, wherever you're at. I just did the math for you. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it, and wherever you're at, have a good morning, a good afternoon, and I'll be back in an hour. See y'all soon.